This is a recap of the movie Nope. The movie begins with the cries of people getting killed by a monkey as we see the creature walking around the filming set. We hear the breathing of someone hiding and then gets discovered by the chimpanzee. Then we meet OJ and his father, the two trained horses that are used in the movies. After talking to his father, OJ was about to go back to the house when his phone suddenly turns off. He hears a sharp scream coming from the clouds above him. Then objects start falling on the ground. OJ notices that something is wrong with his father, who falls from the back of his horse. OJ quickly goes and checks on him. The father was hit with something and is bleeding from his head. He dies at the hospital. They found a nickel in his head. After going back to the farm, he sees that there is a key piercing the back of the horse. Soon after the events, OJ is with one of his horses named Lucky at a filming set. After asking about his father's whereabouts, the production guys learn that the dad died by something falling from a plane. OJ, who is very shy, is stuck and cannot communicate with them until he is saved by his sister Emerald, who does the presentation and talks about the deep roots of their family in the movie horses training business. OJ asks the production people to be careful around the horse, but he is ignored, which ends with an accident. The producers then opt for using a VFX horse instead, and OJ lost the job. OJ and his sister Em head to an amusement park called Jupiter's Claim. There they meet with Jupe, the owner, to loan him Lucky the horse. Em notices the poster of the sitcom Gordy's Home, and Jupe told her that he was an actor in it when he was a kid before it was cancelled due to the accident. After going back home, OJ told his sister that Jupe had offered him to buy the ranch. That night, OJ and Em were talking and he told her that he can't let go of the ranch. She suddenly told him that one of the horse's ghosts was outside. OJ goes to check on the horse as Em dances under some loud music. The ghost suddenly jumps over the fence and runs away. After following the horse, OJ stops to listen to the Jupiter's Claim spectacle going on in the distance. Then the light suddenly goes out. A storm of dust elevates to the sky and heads to the other part of the valley where the house is. Em, who was dancing, sees all of the lights going out. OJ, who was looking around, saw something flying through the clouds. After he came back to the house, Em asked him what happened. He told her that he could not find the horse and that he saw something big and silent flying through the sky. Next morning, the two siblings went to the supermarket and got some security cameras. The guy from the store, Angel, helps them installing the cameras. Then Em arrives with a plastic horse she clearly stole from Jupiter Claims Park. Jupe, the owner, arrives and asks them what they are doing, and after a funny exchange, he goes away. Before leaving, Angel asks about what's going on. After sensing it has something to do with UFOs, but he is not given an answer, he leaves very mad. At night, OJ hears something coming from the horse's shed and sees the lights are on. He goes to inspect it. There, he makes contact with three small creatures that spook him out. After he hit one of them, it turns out those were kids from Jupiter's Claims Park who came to play pranks on them for stealing their plastic horse. While OJ is gathering the horses, back at the house, Em is scared by a praying mantis who is blocking the camera. She gets a call from Angel, who was watching their cameras all the time, telling her that camera B is down. Outside, OJ is dragging the horse, who refuses to move and seems very scared. Then suddenly the lights goes out and the horse freaks and runs away. After looking behind him, OJ sees the tornado extending from where the plastic horse was to a singular cloud in the sky, and he sees the flags that were attached to the plastic horse dangling down from it. Em comes out of the house and screams at OJ. It's in the cloud. Suddenly the clouds make a loud noise. OJ starts running and we see something dark and round coming out of the cloud and flying over him. OJ hides in the shed and watches the UFO disappearing in the distance. Em grabs a ladder and climbs to the roof to get the mantis off the camera. The UFO continues to roam in the sky while growling and screeching until it disappears behind the mountains. Em, who is scared, tells OJ she is going to leave, but after seeing her brother's reaction she gave up and stays. The next day, M and OJ calls Antlers Holst, the movie director, from their early job, asking him to come and film the UFO, but he refuses. Angel arrives at the ranch and shows the sibling a cloud that was not moving on the mountain, and that was probably the hiding spot of the UFO. OJ tells him that the UFO may not be a ship, but something else. In Jupiter's Clam Park, Jupe is having a flashback to the days of the monkey attack and how the chimpanzee killed everyone but him, how the creature bumped his fist right before it was shot dead. Then he heads to hold his show using Lucky the horse. A loud growling noise is heard in the distance and we see the UFO within the clouds. Jupe continues with the show, but then the UFO attacks them and sucks everyone into it. Meanwhile, OJ arrives at the park and finds nobody. He was about to get his horse when he saw the UFO lurking around in the sky. The UFO suddenly approaches and attacks OJ, trying to devour him. OJ survives, but the attack knocks him out. When he woke up, rain was pouring down and Lucky was still around. Back in the house, M was watching TV and Angel was about to leave after fixing the cameras. On his way back, OJ calls M and tells her that it was not a ship but a creature that thinks that the valley is his home. The lights goes out and the phone turns off. Angel goes back to the house and hides while M watches the rain getting stopped by the creature above the house. They hear the noise of the screams of the people eaten by it. After a loud noise, the screaming of the people stops and objects starts falling down, and after that, blood rains all over the house. OJ arrives. His car stops. He looks above him and sees that the creature is now right above him. It then spews back the plastic horse and smashes his car. After a while, the energy comes back. OJ drives to the house to help M and Angel get out, but the creature shows up and it is about to attack him when he remembers a trick for handling the horses and decides not to look at it. He looks down and the creature flies past him. The group then escapes with Angel's van. After spending some time away from the ranch, OJ decides to go back to feed the horses. Back in the ranch, they meet with Antlers Holst, the movie director, who has heard the news of the disappearance of the people from Jupiter's claim and decide to help them film the mysterious animal UFO. OJ tells them that Jupe was the cause for the creature settling down in the valley since he was feeding him, and that they made it angry by tricking it to eat the plastic horse that damaged his insides. The group then put in place a plan to film Jean Jacket, as OJ calls it. Next day, on top of the hill, Angel sets his gear, while Holst brought a mechanical camera. M blasts the music loud and OJ runs around with his horse. But the plan is suddenly interrupted by the arrival of a TMZ paparazzi. The man ignores M's warning and heads straight up, full speed, through the field. He soon hits the magnetic field of the UFO and is brutally ejected from his bike. OJ tries to help the guy, who is very hurt, but he sees the creature in the reflection of his helmet and decides to run away on his horse while the alien eats the TMZ guy. After the creature caught up to him, OJ had to stop and look down immediately. He waits for the UFO to pass, but the UFO soon chases after him. OJ succeeds in escaping using flags to scare away the creature. Then he quickly hides under a shed. The UFO then flies beyond the mountain. Holtz grabs his mechanical camera and climbs the hill and begins filming. Suddenly, the UFO appears again and attacks him, sucking him up with his camera. Then it goes after Angel, who luckily trips and falls down the hill. The creature's attention shifts toward M, who is hiding inside the cabin, but it got destroyed by the creature, who sends M flying in the air. Angel sees the alien creatures coming for him, so he quickly attaches himself with a wire and looks down, but one of the inflatables' eyes triggers the creature that starts attacking. But the man escapes and the alien gets mad and starts starts to transform into its real shape. OJ screams to M to get on the bike and run away, while he gets on his horse and begins a stare-down competition with the gigantic alien. He backs away with his horse to bring the creature away from M. The girl starts the bike and stares at the alien. It looks at her, she runs away, and it chases after her until she reaches Jupiter's Claim Park, where she stops in a Nekura-style maneuver. She quickly detaches the huge inflatable mascot that floats higher and higher while she waits next to the well with the camera in it to make a perfect shot, which she succeeded to take just as the alien attacks the mascot. Then she watches the alien swallowing the mascot and then exploding into pieces. People and press starts arriving, and M sees within the cloud of dust the silhouette of her brother OJ on his horse, and the cameras shows us the impossible picture that M finally succeeded to take. That was the end of the movie Nope by Jordan Peele. Hope you liked my videos. I'll keep them coming, so keep up the support. See you next time. Bye bye.